What troubles me, I'm sure right now, in some of the media, they're wondering, what are these people wasting our time for, standing on the Senate floor making speeches? Well, what we're hoping for, quite frankly, is that 1 out of 31 people who no doubt are somehow keeping track of what's going on here, either on their speakers or by their staffs, that are some of whom are sitting here, maybe one of them will come in so that this process can continue and work can be done. And the people I'm really appealing to are the individuals who have called for reform for all the years that I've been in the Senate. Those people that have tried to change the rules, those people that have sued the prior majority, those people who campaigned on reform and begged that on day one things would be different. How much better an opportunity do you have than now? When Senator Espada came over, he provided the opportunity for us to pass those rules changes. So the people that are not here got exactly what they asked for when they demanded rules changes. They sued for rules changes. They campaigned for rules changes. They're there. So what power sharing are you waiting for? Are you waiting for your leader to say, okay, you can go now? Well, that leader may not be your leader tomorrow, as shown by what's already happened to the leadership on the other side. You got to dig deep and say, am I true to my word to my constituents that reform is what we want? What's been reported is that the other side offered us a deal. And this was a magnificent gesture on their part, according to the media. What deal is the deal where you power share by dividing who sits up there and presides each day, and that deal is over in a few days, and there's no reform because you won't follow the rules that went into place? What kind of power sharing is that? If you come in the Senate and vote under the new rules, you got exactly what you begged for, what you sued for, what you campaigned for. So ladies and gentlemen, those that are out there, I would really hope that you reconsider. Because to me, it's a little bit hypocritical, to put it mildly, to do what you've done in the past for that very day that's here before you today because of Senator Espada. The very day. And one other thing that I wanted to just mention. You know, this reform agenda hasn't really played in the press. Maybe it's not as sexy as to whose deal is out there, whose deal is not. It may not be that sexy, but think about this for a minute. Think about if we're about a year ago, and two hardy Republicans walked over to the other side of the aisle and said, I'm going to vote for you for reform. You know what you would have done in the media? You would have all picked those people up on your shoulders and sang Hosanna in the highest. Because those brave Republicans would have come over and done the reform that the media wanted, the good government groups wanted, that the Democrats wanted. That's what you would have done. But what do you do now? The reforms are there. Two Democrats came over to do that reform. Instead of praising them, what are you doing? You're vilifying them. And the basis for your vilification is the spin from the other side of the aisle that counts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do you really want reform? Do you really want the Senate to operate in an efficient, effective manner? Well, then maybe you should report the story in that way. Maybe you should say what we've been saying, come back under the new fair rules that you wanted, do the business of the people. And congratulate those who have already come over to make this possible. But if you want the controversy, we can continue the controversy. Controversy will continue in view of those who are not here. So ladies and gentlemen who are listening to us, or we're going to get the reports back, can't watch it on the internet because that's shut down in this new open government on day one. Those who are listening to this, hopefully in some fashion, just one of you will come back and say, you know, what's being said is pretty logical. We're pretty hypocritical by not taking the chance right now for true reform, which hopefully will happen this year. We're waiting for that one person. We'll talk for a while more, waiting for that one person so that we can get reform and get the business of this body done. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator DeFrancisco.